Well, hello. My name is Lang Priambodo. Cheers. And today I will talk about the green building from the building performance evaluation. So, this is the outline and the list of the eight topics that I will talk about. There's a four major point on that. There's a green building overview, green building aspect, green building standard, and case study. So, let's start it from the first green building overview. Before we dive deeper into it, we need to know what is the definition of green building, right? And this is the definition of the green building itself. Based on EPA definition, green or sustainable building is the practice of creating healthier and more resource-efficient models of construction, renovation, operation, maintenance, and demolition. And then, based on Tommy Thompson from the green building are high performance structures. They also meet certain standards for reducing natural resource consumption. Then next to the history of green building. This combined with the environmental movement of the 1960s and 1970s led the earliest experiment with contemporary green building. The green building field began to come together more formally in 1990s. Specifically started in Austin, Texas in 1992. So it started making association of green property owners and managers. The best and USA. And then the importance of green building program. Why we need commitment of green building itself? Because the growth and development of all communities has large impact on our natural environment. The manufacturing, design, construction, and operation of both the building in which we live and works are responsible for the consumption of many of our natural resources. So we need to take care of our earth. This is why if we build it, we need to give it back to us. So, feedback. And then, green building aspect. Green building is divided into 6 points or 6 aspects of that. Firstly, is appropriate site development, energy efficiency and conservation, water conservation, material resource and cycles, indoor air health and comfort, building and environment management, and that's all. We started from the appropriate site development, okay? This is appropriate site development. It have 6 points of that. Firstly is city or territory spatial planning. It will take care about human behavior, human activities inside the city. That it will be good or not, it depends on the city planning, right? And then building code, BC or FIR. FIR is floor or area ratio. And then border, pavement, and absorption, because like water, flood, and stuff, we need to take care of that. So we need to absorption on some critical location. And then vegetation also, this is the important is vegetation, right? And then energy efficiency and conservation, this is also divided into 6 part of that. Climatic concepts, natural optimizing, heating and cooling controls, building envelope, site arrangement, and building materials. And all of that aspect is ruled by the area, such a specific area where the green building concept is applied. And then water conservation. Now we know that water is the source of life, so we need to take care of it. Seriously take care of it, right? Firstly is water resource, and then building water system optimizing, water use minimizing, rainwater treatment, grey water treatment, site arrangement, and site covering. We need to take care of that to guarantee our life further, right? And then material resource and cycle. This is three important point of that. If we build something new or building, green building, it must be there. 3 point of this, such as renewable materials, low energy performance material, and non-toxic material. And then indoor health and comfort. It depends on the building orientation, indoor fan and ventilation, HVAC system. What is HVAC system? So, HVAC system is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. It needs to be perfectly arranged. Then building and floor material and openings. And then foundation with the interiors and self-inclusion. Then, building and environment management. It must be low energy statement and application, minimum waste and pollution, safety and precaution, periodical maintenance. This is the building standard, green building standard. So this is 6 point of that. Maybe there is a more and a lot of standard in every country and every, because the needs of every area is different, right? This is the international, and the first is International Code Council in 2012. It said a model code that contains minimum requirement for increasing the environmental and health performance of buildings, sites, and structures. Generally, it applies to the design and construction of all types of building except single and two-family residential structures, multi-family structures with the 3 or fewer stories, and temporary structures. And then, American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineers, or we know it as ASHRAE. The description is a model code that contains minimum requirement for increasing the environmental and health performance buildings, sites, and structures. Generally, it applies to the design and construction of all types of building except single-family homes, multi-family homes with the 3 or fewer stories, and modular and mobile homes. And then National Association of Home Builders. From the National Green Building Standard, or we know it as NGBS. It's described that a rating and certification system that aims to encourage increased environmental and health performance in residence and residential portion of building. Its criteria apply to the design and construction of homes and subdivision. And then this is Green Building Initiative ANSI, or GP/GBI 01/2010 Green Building Assessment Protocol for Commercial Building, or Green Globes. It's described that a series of rating and certification system that encourage improved environmental and health performance for all types of building except residential structures. Green Globe is administered in the United States by the Green Building Initiative. And then the famous one is U.S. Green Building Council. Its leadership in energy and environmental design, or LEED, a series of rating systems aimed at increasing the environmental and health performance of buildings, sites, and structure and neighborhoods. LEED covers the design, construction, and operation of all types of buildings. And then International Living Futures Institutes, Living Building Challenge version 2.1, a certification system that advocates for transformation in the design, construction, and operation of buildings, in addition to encourage improved environmental and health performance. It supports the building of structures that are restorative, regenerative and integral component in the local ecology and culture. So, this is the Indonesian version is Greenship from the Green Building Council Indonesia, organized as GBCI. GBCI have five specific categories about the Greenship program. Firstly is Greenship new building, second is Greenship existing building, and then Greenship interior space, and Greenship homes, and then Greenship neighborhood. So let's start it now. Greenship new building. This is the building in China, actually, in Shanghai. Cool, right? Still under construction till now. The implementation of green building in many new buildings is related to the building design and planning. The project team has the opportunity to create and innovate to create a comprehensive green building. Types of projects that can be included in the Greenship, namely new building on vacant land, remodeling activities at least 90% of the way of mechanical, electrical work or structural work on land that has been built. New building on land is in an integrated area. And then the last is assessment process from design to construction completion. And then Greenship existing building. Greenship for building build is used for building that have long been operating for at least 1 year after the building was completed. The implementation of green building in the building is mostly related to the management and maintenance of the building. And then Greenship indoor spaces. Greenship green interior space allows us to be brave. With a view of a natural lighting makes us healthier and more productive. Scope of assessment, fit out activities, management holidays, and management by management after the activities in it begin to operate. Greenship interior room can be used by project team that do not have control over the entire building to make the space in the building healthier and more comfortable in part of all the room in the building and followed by the process of it out. Greenship homes. The implementation of green building in the buildings is mostly related to the management and maintenance of the building. Eco-friendly homes are wise homes in the using land, efficient and effective in the use of energy, water and resources, and healthy and safe for residents of their house. And the last in Greenship for neighborhood. Greenship building evaluation tools that help to create sustainable and friendly area for its users, with a wider scope than the scale of the building. See in the interaction between buildings, energy, and homes. The concept of sustainable in the area is largely determined by the condition of the area, buildings, humans, and it. Regional development is a long-term investment for the sustainable of the people's live in it. Then just study. I use Tata Hall from the Harvard Business School as the case study about the green building. Why? Firstly, the location is in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America, and the architect is William Brown Associates. Why it's called green building? Because of LEED rated, it is a new construction. It's categorized as a new construction by LED, and then LED Greenship rating is 3.0, and certification level is platinum, is the highest certificate level above the bronze, silver, and gold, and platinum is the highest one. And this building is completed in 2014, and the client is HBS or Harvard Business School. And this is the reason why this building is categorized as the green building. This is the project highlight because 48% water savings compared to an Energy Policy Act of 1992 baseline. 43% reduction in energy costs compared to the baseline standard. estimated via energy model. 5.2% of energy used by cars is provided by an on-site renewable energy system or PV. 90%, 92% of regularly occupied areas have access to these. 90% of individual spaces, including that, will have individual lighting and thermal comfort. That is the case study, and I'm Olang Priyambada. Goodbye.